So it's me. If you hear noise in the background, that is my air conditioner because it is pretty hot today. So I kind of just wanted to talk about something that was on my mind. I've recorded like at least 10 videos before this one, and I ended up scrapping them all. Or in some cases, they end up getting deleted when my iPad just decides to be stupid. So we're gonna go with the phone. So if there's a reduced quality, you understand why. I'm trying to get it. And so yeah, so I want to start this off by basically talking about the fact that the lead singer for Linkin Park, Chester Bennington, he was found dead in his home. He committed suicide. And yeah, I found out, most of the people found out about it yesterday, and it's crazy because, in like the interview before, his death and stuff like that, he seemed fine and all of that. So yeah, and I don't know, I kind of just want to talk about how Linkin Park kind of helped me and continues to help me with the music and stuff, and then go into the second part. But like, I started listening to Linkin Park relatively like midway, I guess. I started listening to them in the 2000s when I was in middle school, around like 7th or 8th grade. Some of my, like, the first few songs I heard were Numb, Crawling, Faint, all of that stuff. I basically, I found them and I instantly fell in love with them, with their music, and even some of their more later stuff that's come out I've kind of listened to. Not their most recent album yet. I'm gonna probably, I intend to give it a listen at some point. But yeah, I genuinely like enjoyed listening to their music. Their music helped me through a lot of tough times, especially when I was like depressed or angry and stuff like that, because my depression really started to kind of manifest between like 7th and 9th. That's when they got really bad, like extremely bad. And so like me listening to them, because I really couldn't talk to my family about a lot of the stuff I was dealing with, me listening to them was really helpful, and it got me through a lot of tough times. I still listen to their music, and it still gets me through a lot of tough times, especially recently with a lot of stuff that's going on that I'll get into in another video. And so yeah, I send my like condolences to his friends, family, bands, all of that. And it's really sad that, he died. This kind of brings me to like my second part of this video, kind of, which is really talking about like mental illness or just dealing with issues in general. I don't know the exact cause of why he committed suicide. I heard that it was because he was dealing with some possible depression, or it might have just been, some other issues. I'm not sure. I'm not going to assume too much into it, but I am going to kind of talk about like the mental illness aspect of it, because there are so many people out there who go through mental illness, and especially when it comes to Black and POC individuals, you can't really talk about how the mental illness is affecting you in your household necessarily. And so I know with me, I deal with a lot. I deal with, my depression can get so bad to the point where I have episodes to where there are days where I have episodes where like I get like severely depressed, and sometimes I'll even get to a point where I'll start having like suicidal thoughts, a lot more intensely than I usually do. I'll be anxious, or I'll just like don't want to do anything, and these can last for like several hours. It can last for like a couple days, to where I feel like this, especially with recent stuff that's been going on. And a lot of my friends also deal with the things like depression, anxiety. Some people I know have BPD. Some people I know have one of the illnesses on the like schizoaffectives, schizophrenia, that type of stuff. And it's important to really talk about. It's important to really make sure that if you're dealing with that type of stuff, you talk with somebody about it. Me in particular, I can't tell you the number of times that I have been feeling really down, have this, really, truly, honestly considered taking my own life because I just got so tired of dealing with all the negativity. I got tired of dealing with all of the pain that comes with having mental illness. And talking to my friends, letting, knowing that I'm not the only one that goes through that kind of helps with that. And so, like, if you are dealing with that type of stuff, please reach out to somebody. Like, try to get help if you can. Just don't really try to bottle it all up, because doing that is how we end up having people that end up taking their own lives. And it doesn't, that's not something that you really want to see. So, if you're going through that, please talk to somebody. I'm not saying that talking to somebody will make it completely better. I know with me, even though I have like friends that I can talk to who really care about me and stuff like that, it's just sometimes, it helps with dealing with it, but it doesn't necessarily make it completely go away. Even sometimes talking to like professionals doesn't really help me in particular. But it does make it a little bit easier to manage and deal with, I guess. So, I don't know, if you're dealing with stuff like that, please tell somebody. We don't need to, I'm getting so tired of hearing that, people, whether it be celebrities or people that I know in my daily life, taking their life simply because they were going through something and feel like they couldn't talk to anybody about it. So yeah, I just kind of want to make this video because I think especially when it comes to Chester, because a lot of his music allowed for a lot of us who couldn't really talk to our families, or didn't necessarily have friends to talk to about a lot of the stuff that was going on. It allowed us to get our frustrations out. Listening to that music really helped a lot of us get through those tough times and to continue to get through those tough times. So, it's really sad to see somebody who helped so many people, who was like a light to so many people, not necessarily, end up taking his life because whatever reason. Like I said, I'm not gonna assume the reason, because I honestly don't know. But yeah, so that's just kind of what I have today. I just wanted to say, like, if you feel like if you're going through something, please talk to somebody, be it a friend, be it, I'm gonna leave a link in the description for like a resource that I use. It's completely free. It's a 24/7. You can get on there, find somebody who will chat with you for like 90-minute intervals, and you can go on there as many times as you want, and yeah, I'm going to link that in the description below because this has to stop. And yeah, so if you're somebody who notices that friend or somebody you care about is going through it, talk with them. Don't just ignore it. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you all later.